Today is the test, or is it the project?
Okay, Larissa, so look, this week we are doing the test and the project. The test was on Tuesday, okay?
So,
The project is today. So
mm,
since you missed Tuesday, so you should do your test today and the
mm-hmm.
project today as well, okay? So did you prepare your project?
Yeah.
All right,
I
okay.
prepared something. I don't know if she was good, but only you can say if it's good or no.
Okay, no problem. So let's start with the test, okay? Or no, let's start with the project. I think it's better,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So how are you going to do? Do you want to send me the project via email or WhatsApp? What do you prefer?
I will send by mail.
Okay, all right. So you can do it now and then I can open from here.
Tá aqui, onde eu salvei.
So the students who haven't presented the final project need to schedule replacements to do it. Okay, guys, if you want to have your certificate, you need to present the project, okay, and also do the test.
I sent.
Yes, you did? Okay, let me check. Just a moment.
The name is the last project, but isn't this name? Because I did this now actually. I think he have 1 hour.
No, don't worry. That's okay.
Don't have a lot of movement. It's a simple PowerPoint.
No, that's okay. No problem. That's okay. So let me just download here.
Ai.
I'm just downloading here so we can. Okay, now let me try to open the. So how is everything at work, Clarice? Is everything okay?
Everything had someone shoplifter. Everything
Ah,
someone
really?
did something wrong. So actually, they like to left lingerie and some toys.
Ah,
Yesterday they left one. Como é que é? They left a lot of. Como é que é desodorante?
deodorant?
Yes, a
Really?
lot,
Oh
a
my
lot
good. So why do people shoplift deodorant?
to sell.
Ah, come on.
Yeah.
My goodness, this is
Lingerie,
crazy.
a lot too. A most of lingerie. Par de cima. É muito. Ai, make me
Wow.
very stressed.
Oh, and how do you stop the person? You have to wait the person leave the store so you can talk to the person, isn't it?
So they left in the morning. So I start to work in the afternoon. So they know the time who I am inside the store.
Oh my goodness. So in the morning you are not there,
Yeah.
but isn't there anybody else to see it in the morning?
I have few people working, so they I don't know how, but they are very clever. So they found some choice to left.
To lift, to
Actually,
shoplift. So
yeah,
they shoplift in the morning because they know you are not there.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, but they have to find a solution. The people in the store, your supervisors, I don't know, they have to find a solution for this.
Yes, but only have me in my function. Only have me. So if have another people, so one people in the morning and me in the afternoon, I think this will be resolved. But I can't say to my company, so you need to contract another person. I can't say that
Yeah, you'd
it's
have to tell your boss, listen, you need to hire someone else. Yeah.
yeah.
My goodness,
That
Larissa, it's
I think
terrible.
Americans receive a lot of money, so they don't care if someone left something
Someone
always. So
shoplifts.
yeah,
Wow,
in
terrible.
reality, they don't care. They don't care.
Wow.
If they
Oh,
care, they will contract other people. They will uh, actualize the equipments of prevention. So they don't care. They are
they will
rich.
update. Yeah, they would
Yeah,
update the system.
update. Yes.
Oh, that's very bad. I'm so sorry. Okay. Wow, Larissa, it's so beautiful. I like it. I really do. How nice. So let's
It's so
see.
simple.
Yes, but it's beautiful.
No.
I like it.
Only
So,
this image.
the
This
images, yeah, the image is beautiful.
image.
I like the way you organized it. I like the design. I like the font you used because
Ah,
yeah, I'm very artistic, so I pay attention to details.
so I think do you like what I wrote?
Oh, okay. So let's see. Can I go? Yeah.
Yeah, exhausted bowl.
All right. Exhaustible. Well, okay. Go ahead.
When when I was in elementary school, I received a great recommendation, and I still doing this to write. So since this day, I have been writing about ideas, about dreams, about my day, about problems, about complaints, about everything. To write is like an door in my mind. I feel free when I'm writing, so I prefer making silence in real life. But when I have a paper, sometimes I use dots on phone, but I screen in a paper. To write is like a prey to me.
Oh, how nice, Larissa. It's beautiful. Oh, this is really good. Wow.
But I wasn't right only about this life. I gave permission to create a new universe and another life story. I have written 17 or more stories until now. Really
Wow.
food.
Really?
Yeah. So I say two parts though. The most oldest story I had 15 years old when I wrote talks about life in school. I call Art of Dance. The focus is in three teenagers and your problems and how the dance changed their lives. This story goes until adult life of them. Is my first story.
Wow,
And
Larissa.
and the most newest, acho que eu escrevi errado ali também.
Yes,
The most newest
the newest story.
the newest story is America. Has the same idea of the art of dance, but is in another time, in 115. The year he discovered Brazil. Talks about the life of true women who have a
Three
mind.
women.
Women, he escreveu tudo errado. Who have a mind above this time. So they have different times to thinking.
Uh-huh.
and who had a different set of life, styles of life, living in a society extremely male chauvinist.
Wow,
So,
Larissa, incredible.
uh,
You're writing about three women
yeah.
who lived in 1500, and but they have a completely different mind
Mm-hmm.
from the women.
And one of cada uma delas,
Each
como é
one
que
of
fala?
them, each one of
Each
them.
one of them have one style of life different. So one is rich. He is married with a rich
Uh-huh.
with man, but this man help his a lot. So he have a voice because his husband help. Another is very another woman is a poor, so they need to do a lot of things to change his style of life. So, but he don't give permission to do things like other people do. So, in this time, the woman only have power if she have a man, or if she buy your body, né? Buy and
Yes.
vender seu corpo. But
Yes.
she don't like
If
to
she
do this.
sells her
She
body. If she
try,
sells her body, yeah. Prostitution, yeah.
but she don't do this. She tried hard, work hard to find solutions to change her life, but it's very, very hard to hit. And another, so I need to remember now because I forgot some steps. Another, he is rich too, but she doesn't like to receive orders of your father. She she wants to choose your life. She don't want to
She
follow
wants to
something.
choose, yeah, she wants to choose her life.
Yes, she wants to choose your life.
Her
She don't
life.
want to she don't want to follow in the orders of his father.
Uh-huh.
She don't want to follow your family. So
Her
they go around.
family. Her family.
She go to another place to start off zero, and she don't care with the other opinion. She's woman is very rebel. One is clever, another is I can how I can say you have more courage, and this is rebel total totally.
Wow, incredible, Larissa. So you are a writer. Amazing. This is really amazing. So, okay, we did this one. Wow.
So,
Yes.
uh,
Okay, go ahead.
esse aí eu já li tudo, já, né?
Yes.
Já li.
Next one. Okay.
So the next I will introduce about three other stories. So these stories is after Dragon's Age.
This
Is
is
an is
one it's one story.
other story. É, one
Okay.
story. The Heavenly Covenant, eu sempre falei errado isso aqui. Covenant.
Covenant. Covenant.
Covenant. Say the herd power has been divided into classes to promote equilibrium. I think I
Yes,
got it.
balance to promote balance.
É balance, sabia que tinha escrito errado. But if those classes start to ours, this means a broken covenant. And this
Covenant.
covenant and the price is an extinction of one class. To prevent ours, 13 people of human class was selected and three dragons of natural class. During a pairs, they was known by the name guardians. And everything started when agora vai ser ruim eu falar isso aqui. The
The 13th guardian. The
thir-
13th.
13th guardian killed your dragon, broken this covenant. All the dragons disappear and the natural becomes a chaos. The 13th guardian killed his friends guardians and self-proclaimed king. The only people who can kill this guy are people who has the same power of guardians. Had anyone survived that massacre?
Wow. Incredible, Larissa.
I like this story because I need to create a new word to write because if it's like another earth, something like that.
Yes, of course. It's a totally different story, a totally different planet. So it's a
I need to right now I need to paint a map with the locations with the something like I forgot the name. The people who wrote Senhor dos Anéis, esqueci o nome.
yes, yes, similar. Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings. Yeah.
I I I made something like her. I need to create another people, place. Narnia também tem isso, né?
Narnia,
I
yeah. Yeah. That's
so
true.
I like
Wow.
this story because this is completely another civilization.
Wow, it's incredible, Larissa. This is so good. You can even try to show this to a publisher. Maybe they can publish your book.
I want, but I first I need to write out of them because all of these stories is in a paper writing by because I am paper right now in my computer. So I need to pass all of this to computer
Oh,
print.
okay. Yeah.
So I'm very laziness in this part.
Yeah. So everything is handwritten, right? You need to type.
hmm
You need to type at all the stories.
I need
Wow.
to update too because when I wrote, I have one idea. Now I have other. I need to change some words, some things. So, for
How
example,
interesting.
the first story, Art of Dance, I wrote when I was 15. So my mind is an other mind. So I can write like the same way what I wrote.
Wow, congratulations, Larissa. I am so surprised and shocked at the same time. I really want to read your books. How nice. This is amazing. Congratulations. It's fantastic. Wow. They're very good, Larissa. Try to put your stories in the computer. Try to type
I
your
need to do
stories.
this.
Yes,
I think
they're
sometimes I'm not so motivated to do this because have a lot of people, good people who write so good. So I don't
no.
like I don't like to read a lot, but I like to write. It's very different. The people who like to write is the people who read. So I don't like to read a lot. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
if I
don't yeah,
can.
but don't worry. Don't worry about other people. Just have fun writing, have fun creating. Create your stories. Just do that for the fun of creating. Since you have these stories, just try to write the stories because it's fun. It makes you
Yeah,
feel good, you know? Don't think
yeah,
about the other people because they write too. Because, oh, there are so many people writing. Who cares? Just try to do it because you like to do it, not because, oh, I like to write but I don't like to read. Don't stop talk no stop this. Try to do it because you like to do it. That's reason enough. And then create your stories the way you want to create them. This is enough because there will be readers to read your stories. It doesn't
mhm,
matter if there are millions of other people writing the same thing. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are doing something that you like. So do what you like. Really, write your stories. Don't leave your stories on a piece of paper. Put them in the computer because they are interesting. Okay? And they are really artistic. Yes, congratulations. You should do this. Really, that's very nice. Fantastic. Wow, look at this one. How nice. Look.
Uh,
Emotions.
I wrote another two introductions, so I need to close the door okay, because my family is.
Okay, no problem.
So another story, emotion, the choice. I have worked in this house since my 17, but I feel like I live it something more.
I lift
Naomi,
something. I lift something, something more, or something else, somewhere else.
tararã. Seria algo a mais. Então é só more.
Oh, yes, because you said I have worked in this house since my 17s, right? Or since I was 17, but
Então
I
é algo.
feel, okay. So now I understand. I have worked in this house since I was 17, but I feel like I have lived something else. Okay.
Ele tinha
Okay.
colocado heavy ali, mas eu falei, acho que vai ficar estranho.
Okay.
Então, I feel that I have lived
Yes,
something.
oops, sorry. Let me open it up again. Let me share again and I will fix now. Okay, so I can help you. I'm enabling the edition. Okay, so we can add it. So let me share this. Okay. So here we are. Can you see that? So I have worked in this house
Yeah.
since I was 17. But I feel always when you use the first person singular, you should use it in capital letter, okay? But I feel I've lived something. I feel like not a, but I, okay? But you can even reduce, but I've lived something else, okay? To say that something else happened, okay? So I have worked in this house since I was 17, but I feel like I've lived something else.
Something. Oh,
Yes. Okay. Let me save. Good. Naomi, what is this? What do you want to say in the second?
this first phrase is Naomi. She said this. So now I will introduce the situation.
Okay.
Naomi went live with your uncle after her mother died. Her uncle works
So
with
Naomi went to live.
went
Okay.
to live.
Naomi
To live.
went to live not with my uncle, but with her uncle. Okay. So when you are referring to a person, Larissa, a third person singular, you should never use your for a third person. Always use his if it's a man or her if it's a woman. Your you only use when it's a second person singular or plural, okay? So here, is Naomi a woman? Yes or no?
Yeah, is a woman.
A woman. So we should use the possessive her, okay? Possessive adjective, not your, okay? So Naomi went to live with her uncle, okay? All right? This is the possessive equivalent to Naomi, all right?
Oh, right.
Okay? I can't use your when I'm talking about a third person singular. All right? I can only
Okay.
use,
É
yeah,
quando a gente traduz do português na mente. Ao
yeah,
seu que é aí.
yeah, no, no, no. Yeah, in Portuguese, we can do that, but in English, no. Okay?
Ok.
So Naomi went to live with her uncle after her mother died.
Di- died.
Yes.
They had
Her
movie.
uncle, her uncle works
Her
with,
uncle é only, é que saiu errado aí.
uh,
With only of the most richest family in the England. In England.
so I
Nossa, o
don't
currículo.
understand.
Her uncle works with only of the most richest family in England.
Oh,
Aí, ponto.
so then
Esqueci
here
de
you should eliminate the
concluir.
preposition. So her uncle works with only the most richest families in England.
Ah, family. Ah,
Okay, so he works only with the most. So let's invert here because it's like exclusively, right? So her
uhum.
uncle works only with the most richest, I mean, not the most richest. There is a mistake here. Most I only use for long adjectives, and richest is a short adjective. So here I have to
Hum,
eliminate most. Okay? I use most for most difficult, most interesting.
isso que eu não estava mais me lembrando.
Remember, most complicated, most, you see. So here, rich. Rich is a small adjective because when I put rich in the superlative, I just say richest, the richest. So there is no need to put most. Okay? So here, her uncle works only with the richest families in England. Now it's okay. Then, period. Okay? She saw,
A big difference between her
okay,
simple life and style of rich people life.
okay,
The
and the
secret,
style, okay, and the style of rich people's life, okay.
the secrets, the power. So she can be herself inside this house, or she needed to be another person to survive. She decided to be like your uncle.
Ah, so let's change here. She can't be herself. She can't be. It's the negative, right?
Na verdade, não é esse sentido mesmo. She can be herself or she needs to be another. É,
She
eu
can't
escrevi
be
confuso.
she can't be herself inside this house because now she lives with her uncle. And this uncle, he works only with the richest families in England. So uh, her uncle's family must be rich, maybe. Okay.
No, this is the problem. This uncle isn't rich. It's like a dog of family.
Okay.
The, the
Uh
family is
huh.
rich, but
No, the
her
family is
uncle isn't.
poor.
So
Okay.
I will try to explain.
Because
This
look,
girl
uh,
is poor, but her uncle works with a rich family. But
mhm.
it don't seems like he is rich too. He's like motorist, so
Oh, he's a
but
driver.
a
Okay.
driver. Yes, he's the driver of my family, but he isn't rich because he lives inside this house because the family needs here clothes. But he don't have a lot of money, so uh, she need to live with her uncle because she was como é que é menor de idade, né?
Yes, she's a minor. But listen, what's the matter between herself and her uncle's house? What's the matter in the house?
Her uncle don't have our style of life. He lives to this family, so he doesn't have any dream. he doesn't do what he wants. Is this is the uncle style of life. He's like a dog of family of this family.
Oh, okay, okay. So she, okay, I understand. Mm-hmm. Okay, I
In
understand.
the beginning, she tried be herself, but
Now she
the
can't.
problem,
So here,
and
this has to be
now she
negative.
can. In
So
the
she can't be herself inside this house. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now it has to be negative because if she is,
I I don't know if I wrote the because in the start of the story, she is herself. She don't be like her uncle. So they start to argue about this because she all time. She don't like to be some ai, falar inglês é muito ruim.
she doesn't want to be another person. She wants to be
Yeah,
herself. Okay.
but this in the start of the story. After she become like her uncle.
Okay. She wants to be herself. So here it's not can or can't. So let's change the
Mhm.
verb. She wants to be. Okay.
Yeah, so now
Uh,
make more sense.
uh, she wants to be herself inside the house. Okay. Inside the house.
But she need to be another to
Yeah.
survive.
But now it's okay. So let's put a comma here. Okay. So she wants to be herself inside the house, but she needs to be another person to survive.
Yeah, that will now make a lot of
Now
sense.
it makes sense. Okay. Um,
But
okay. She wants
she
to be herself inside the house, but she needs to be
to be
another person to survive.
she
Then she
decided
decides, okay,
to
so let's
be
put here. Then,
decide.
comma, she decides to be like her
Your
uncle, not
her
her uncle. Then she decides to be like her uncle.
uncle.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Okay.
But had something different in your memories, like a big blank space.
What is this?
So
There
this
not
story,
had, but there was something different, or there is something different because not had. There is or there was.
there
So
was.
okay. There was, but there was something different. Let's put double F. There was something different in my memories or her memories.
Her.
Okay.
Sempre escrevo.
Okay. But there was something different in her memories. What is that? What do you want to say in her memories?
This story starts by the end.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So and I don't I know this is very hard to explain, but this girl have an accident, so he lost her memory.
She lost her memory.
Lost
Okay.
her memory.
Okay.
So to don't give a lot of information. This family, so she involved inside this family a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but the to because of the time of his uncle is working, they give permission to this girl is still working, but they don't help it in
So
this
here,
accident.
uh-huh.
So
So here it should be in the present. There is something, but there is
there is
something different
yeah.
in her memory.
Um,
Okay. So there is something different in her memories. Like a big blank space, something that she can't remember. Okay.
this black basket is this, so she's still working there, but his memory is different. So
Uh-huh.
when she's working, she little by little can
Mm-hmm.
remember some details. So everything is really hard to understand.
Uh-huh.
Because of this story start in the end. Because
Okay.
she will remember something who you had lived
Fantastic. This
inside
story
this
is
world.
amazing. This is amazing, Larissa. I love this story. It's like a psychological drama. It's
Yeah,
fantastic. I love this story. You should. Are you still writing this story?
yeah. This story I finished. I is ended.
Amazing.
Only
Here,
this I
let's change here. Instead of saying, I have worked in this house since I was 17, but I feel like, because when I say I feel like, I give the idea that I have the wish. I want. I feel like it means I wish, I want. So let's change
mm-hmm.
here. Let's put it feels like.
Ah.
Okay, it feels like now you give the idea that you want. When I say it feels like, it means I have the sensation that, okay,
Mm,
that's the idea. So I have worked in this house since I was 17, but it feels like, now it's okay, but it feels like I've lived something else.
my
Okay,
gosh, if someday I need to write this story in all in English, I will be crazy.
no, but that's nice. It's good. It's nice that you have an introduction to the story, or at least here you can use as a blurb. You know, a blurb. A blurb is like a summary of the story that you put on the back of the book, on the back cover,
Hmm.
so that people read and feel curious to, or get curious to read the story. So this can be the blurb, you know, of your book in English. You see how nice? That's very nice because it's a very good summary. Look, you're not giving away any important information, right? And you are saying more or less what the story is all about. So it's really nice. Look, Naomi went to live with her husband after her mother died. Her uncle works only with the richest families in England. She saw a big difference between her simple life and the style of rich people's life. The secrets, the power. She wants to be herself inside the house, but she needs to be another person to survive. Then she decides to be just like her uncle. Okay, let's put just. But there is something different in her memories, like a big blank space. Oh, you see,
Hmm.
you create this curiosity, and then the reader becomes extremely curious. Everybody will want to read this story. Okay.
I think actually it's more easy to become a series of than a book.
Yeah, but it's interesting. Yeah, it's really good. It's very nice. Let's see the one before. Let's see. The introduction to, let's put here, let's correct. The introduction to other stories. Other, you never have, when you put other before a noun, you never have a plural, okay? It's always
Hmm.
singular. So
Okay.
we've done so many things. It's like we skipped. Oh my God. Let's see the first one. Let me click. Okay. When I was in elementary school, I received a great recommendation, and I still okay. I received a great recommendation. I received a great suggestion.
Is the same?
Yeah. A recommendation, it's when somebody recommends you to do something, like to recommend you to a job or recommends a restaurant.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's better to, I received a great suggestion. Okay. And I'm still doing it. And I'm still doing this. You just forgot the verb to be. Okay.
Tururu.
Yeah. So when I was in elementary school, I received a great suggestion, and I'm still doing this to write. So since this day, I've been writing, just one T, okay? Writing here. As you continue, you don't need to put capital letter. Writing
Mhm.
about ideas, about dreams, about my day, about problems, about complaints, about everything. Writing is like when you begin a sentence with a verb, then you put capital letter and then you put a gerund because we're beginning,
Ah,
okay? Writing
okay.
is like opening a door, okay? Writing is like opening a door in my mind. I feel free when I'm writing. Now it's okay. You are using the present continuous. But here you are beginning a sentence with a verb. So it's an activity, okay? So writing is like opening a door. So you're comparing writing to another action. So gerund, gerund, okay? So I
Mhm.
prefer to be in silence. I prefer to make silence or to be in silence in real life. So it's better to say the verb to be here. I prefer to be in silence or to be silent in real life. Okay?
Ah,
To be silent. So I prefer to be silent in real life, but when I have a paper, sometimes I use notes on the phone. I scream on a paper. That's good. So this can be organized. So I prefer to be silent in real life, but when I have a paper and then you put sometimes I use notes on the phone, I scream in a paper. Okay. Writing is like, again, you're using a verb to begin a sentence. So you have to start again with a gerund. Okay. Writing is like a prayer to me. So prayer, you have to use a noun, not a verb. Okay.
mhm.
Oh, prayer. Writing is like a prayer to me. Now it's okay. Okay. Now it's okay. Okay, so always remember when you start a sentence with a verb, you should use a gerund. Writing is like opening a door. Writing is like a prayer. If you're using a noun, then okay, you're comparing writing to a noun. If you're using a verb, so then you should put a gerund. Okay, now let's go here. But I wasn't but what is this?
It's because I write written, but I don't review. I need
Ah,
to review
okay.
this.
Yes, but here it's not the simple past, right? You are not using a sentence in the past here, right? You are just saying that you don't only write about this life because all your sentence here is in the past. Why?
A ideia não era estar no passado, era meio que tipo assim, é uma
Ah,
coisa que eu faço antes e continuo fazendo hoje.
okay. So because here you are saying that you have been writing, so you are writing until now, okay?
Mhm.
since you received this suggestion, right? So when you were in elementary school, you received a great suggestion and you are still doing this. So since this day, you've been writing. And then, but I haven't written only about this life. So I haven't written. So I haven't written. Okay. I haven't written only about this life. So I haven't written gives an idea of a completed action. So
Mhm.
to give an idea of an action that is continuous, you can say I haven't been I haven't been writing only about this life. You can say that, but or you can talk about the present to say that it's something that you do, okay? You can say I don't only write about this life. You don't need to use a perfect tense, you know? You don't need to use a perfect tense because here you could say, I haven't been writing, okay? That would be the best verb to use to say that you have been writing since you were in elementary school. All right, Larissa. So you could
Mhm.
say, oh, but I haven't been writing only about this life. I was given permission to create new universes. So somebody gave you permission, is that?
Because I think actually we only think in this place. So I say to myself, so why only this place? Why
Uh-huh.
only up this life? So I said I give permission to myself thinking more.
Ah, okay. Okay. So instead of using a perfect tense here, because then you sound too like when you talk about writing about your creation, you don't need to use present perfect continuous. Why
Mhm.
don't you use the simple present instead? So we say, I don't only write, okay? Because this is something that you do regularly. So I don't only write about this life. I give permission to myself to create new universes, or I give myself permission. So try to put now the description of your creation to the present, because writing is something present in your life. Okay? So I don't only write about this life, I give myself permission to create new universes. You see how different it looks. To create new universes and other life stories, other life stories, other life stories, other lives stories.
Like
Yes, other life stories. Because then you're going to change the focus, okay? You're going to talk about other lives, other worlds, okay, or other planets, new universes, or stories of other lives. It's even better, okay? Let's change this to create new universes and stories about, I prefer, and stories about other lives, okay? I think it sounds better. So I give myself permission to create new universes and stories about other lives. You see how it sounds better?
mhm. And your
Yes. So now, okay, now it's okay to use a perfect tense because you were talking about how many stories you've written so far. So I have written 17 or more stories until now. So until has only one L, okay? Until now. I have written 17 or more stories until now. You can also use so far, okay, to measure the time until now. The oldest story, not the most oldest. Okay, Larissa? Again, you are using most with short adjectives. So
The
eliminate
oldest
this.
story.
The oldest. Yes. The oldest story, I was 15. So in English, when I talk about age, I use the verb to be. So I was 15, okay, when I wrote. So since you don't need to use years old, only if you want. You can say, I was 15 years old when I wrote, okay? And always capital letter for the first person singular. So the oldest story, I was 15 years old when I wrote, talks about life in school. Okay, if you
Okay.
don't if you don't want to keep this years old, you can eliminate. You can say the oldest story, I was 15 when I wrote, talks about life in school. You sound more fluent. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so then it's up to you. So this one here is optional. Okay, I will just put parentheses so you know. I call it the art of dance. Okay, if you are using this adjective complement here, you should put art of dance or the art of dance. Okay, in the name, the art of dance. But then it goes. I'm going to change the title of the story because I'm so sorry to decapitalize your. So, art of dance in Portuguese, I know. Yeah, in Portuguese, you may not have the article, but then in
Mm-hmm.
English,
You need to use
you
the
need to
article.
use, yeah, the art of dance. Yeah, so the art of dance. The focus, we call it the art of dance, then period. And then here we start a new sentence, capital letter. The focus is in, sorry,
Three teenagers que falta
teenagers
de tempo.
and their problems. The focus is
There. Lá vou eu
about,
com o meu your.
so let's change, yeah, yeah. Let's change the preposition here. The focus is on three teenagers and their problems. So the focus is
On.
on or
Okay.
about, okay? On three teenagers and their problems, not your, okay? Their problems and how dancing or how the dance, no, but how dancing changes their possession, their lives. Okay, so I call it the art of dance. The focus is on three teenagers and their problems and how dancing changes their lives. The story, the story goes until, only one L, adult life for them. Or you can say the story goes until their adult life. Okay? Until their adulthood. You can also say, instead of saying adult life, you can say the story goes until their adulthood because it's the
I got.
moment when they become adults. Okay? So the story goes until their adulthood. So it goes from their teenage years to adulthood. And The most newest, again. Eliminate most. So let's cut it out, okay? New is a short adjective, so we don't need the word most. So the newest is, and the newest is America. Period. You have to use a short sentence to be clear, okay? Like the same thing you did here. The newest
There.
is America. It has the same idea of the art of dance, but it's another time. But it's another time. So let's make it short here. It's another time. Wow, that's a long time ago. So let's change here. It's the year 1500. So I changed the position, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the art of dance, but it's another time. It's the year 1500. It talks about the life. So again, if I have a verb, I need a subject. So I have to include there. And then let's minimize here and put, okay, lowercase. So it talks about the life of three women. No S. Women is irregular plural. So it talks about the life of three women who have a mind above their time. Who have a mind above their time and who have a different, since you are talking in the present, keep talking in the present. So yeah, it talks about the life of three women who have a mind above their time, who have different, let's put double F, have different lifestyles, style of life living. Oh, have different, yeah, have different lifestyles. And I can even think that lifestyles are together, yes. So who have different lifestyles. So in one word, you can, who have different lifestyles in a society extremely male and chauvinistic. So let's change the position. In English, the adjective comes before the noun. So in an extremely, in extremely, no, only one out. In an extremely male and chauvinistic society. So we put the adjective before, we put the adjective before the noun. Okay, now it's okay. So there you go. It talks about the life of three women, or the lives of three women, okay, who have a mind above their time, who have different lifestyles in an extremely male and chauvinistic society. Now it's okay. So then here, we just need to, okay, and save. All right, Larissa, do you understand
Okay.
now the mechanics?
Yeah.
Yes. always when you have adjectives in English, we should try to put them before the noun, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
now everything is all right. Okay, second one is okay. The third one, I think this is where we stopped, okay? Yes, let's see this one. So the introduction to other stories. So let's see. After the Dragon's Age. Okay, that was missing. The Heavenly Covenant says the earth power has to be divided into two classes to promote balance. Okay. What do you mean by classes, Larissa?
Classes. Tipo tribo.
Okay, so let's put here. The Heavenly Covenant says that instead of saying the, let's put that, okay? The Heavenly Covenant says that earth power has to be divided into two classes or two tribes, okay? To
Mm-hmm.
promote balance. But if those classes start to argue, comma, this means a broken covenant. So this means this means the covenant has been broken, and the price is the extinction of one of the classes. Okay? So this means the covenant has been broken. So when somebody if one of those classes start to argue, this means the covenant has been broken, and the price or the punishment, not the price, the punishment is the extinction of one of the classes. So instead of putting classes, let's change that. Instead of saying classes, let's say tribes. I think it matches better. So the Heavenly Covenant says that earth power has to be divided into two tribes to promote balance. But if those tribes start to argue, this means the covenant has been broken, and the punishment is the extinction of one of the tribes. Wow, this is very strict. Okay. To prevent, what is this? Argument. Okay. Argument is the noun. Okay, Larissa. To prevent
Mm-hmm.
arguments, okay, comma, 13 people, the humans, were selected, plural, right? Were selected, and 13 dragons from the human tribe. Let's put here the human tribe. Yes, here 13 people, the human tribe. Let's put a hyphen here. Were select and 13 dragons, and then here um, the nature tribe. Okay, So, to prevent arguments, 13 people, the human tribe, were selected. I think it's here we should eliminate this and put in the end. Were selected doesn't so to prevent arguments, 13 people, the human tribe, and 13 dragons, the nature tribe, were selected. Now it makes sense. We understand that 26 were selected, 13 people and 13 dragons. Okay? Okay, 13 people, the human tribe,
Mhm.
and 13 dragons, the nature tribe, were selected. Doing a pairs, what is this? Oh, divided in
Because it's
pair.
one human.
Yeah,
Yes, divided in pair because it's
yes.
one human and one dragon.
Okay, divided in pairs. Okay, divided in pairs, they became noun. Okay, they became known as the guardians. Okay,
Became-
so divided in pairs, they became known as the guardians. Everything started when the 13th guardian killed his dragon, not your dragon, his dragon. Okay, Larissa? So his
Mhm.
dragon, and then broke the covenant, and then broke, and then broke the covenant. Okay, that's what happened. Everything started when the 13th guardian killed his dragon and then broke the covenant. All dragons disappeared. Wow, terrible. This is a very sad story. All dragons disappeared and nature became a chaos. And nature, not the nature, nature in general, nature became a chaos. And nature became a chaos. Okay, but then you should use nature in general. Okay, so
Mhm.
all dragons disappeared and nature became a chaos. This 13th guardian killed his friends, his guardian friends, adjective before a noun. His guardian friends. Wow. And self, oh my God. So, and so he proclaimed himself king. Okay. So this 13th guardian killed his guardian friends and proclaimed himself king. Okay. So this 13th guardian killed his guardian friends and proclaimed himself king. The only people who could kill this guy
Food.
could, yes. So the only people who could kill this guy were the people. So in the past now, because here we are talking about the situation that happened. We have this heavenly covenant, everything was okay, but then everything started when this guardian killed his dragon, and then he broke the covenant. All dragons disappeared and nature became a chaos. This guy killed his guardian, so everything in the past. Okay, Larissa? And then he
Mhm.
killed his guardian friends and proclaimed himself king. The only people who could kill this guy were the people, were the ones, so were the ones, not to repeat the same word, were the ones who had the same power of the guardians. Now, did anyone survive? This is a simple past question because the story happened in the simple past and the story is over. So, did anyone survive that massacre? Okay, so did anyone survive? So, this is a good story.
Where was that?
Now it's okay. All right, Larissa. Now the text
Mhm.
makes more sense and the story is easier to understand. Okay, let's read everything from the beginning. After the Dragon's Age. The Heavenly Covenant says that Earth power has to be divided into two tribes to promote balance. But if those tribes start to argue, this means the covenant has been broken, and the punishment is the extinction of one of the tribes. To prevent arguments, 13 people, the human tribe, and 13 dragons, the nature tribe, were selected. Divided in pairs, they became known as the Guardians. Everything started when the 13th Guardian killed his dragon and then broke the covenant. All dragons disappeared, and nature became a chaos. This 13th Guardian killed his guardian friends and proclaimed himself king. The only people who could kill this guy were the ones who had the same power of the Guardians. Did anyone survive this massacre? Very nice, Larissa. And I like the way you um, you instigate. I like the way you create curiosity because you start with a question. You finish the summary with a question. So this is a very nice way to create this curiosity. How can this thing finish? Okay, so this is amazing, right? So who survived? Did anyone survive? Okay, that's nice. So, wow. Emotions, the choice. Oh, yes, this is about the girl. I have worked in this house since I was 17, but it feels like I've lived something else. Okay, perfect. And this is the last one. No name. How nice, Larissa. Wow. Fantastic.
I don't I don't read this. I think I don't read.
No,
I read? I don't
I
remember.
no, you haven't read this one. Let's read this together. Okay, go ahead. What are the real results of a war? Okay, go ahead, Larissa.
Would they be calculated by numbers? Would the wounds of war so deep can even time could not be reversed? This story is about two orphans at the end of World War II, where the hatred for Jews, even after the end of the war, remains in the heart of the others. One had a happy ending, found a family, and went in share of a dream, and the other had he already left the orphanage, or was it just a lie? So I wrote this story to be very sad, so it's hard to explain details.
Oh, how nice, Larissa. Oh, that's really good. And I like the title. I like the name. No name.
No name.
Yes, because it's an orphan. You're talking about orphans. So it's
Yeah.
really nice. It's beautiful. How
This is
nice.
the, I can say this is the real sad. This is so sad. I need to be so, I don't know how I write this book because this is really sad story. Don't have
Yeah.
a happy ending.
Wow, but it's amazing. I like the idea. So let's just check for some mistakes here, some errors, actually. So, what are the real results of a war? Um, what are the outcomes of a war? Maybe with better, so that you don't have this real results together, this cacophony. So, what are the outcomes of a war? The real outcomes. Let's substitute the word results for outcomes so that you don't have this problem of similar sounds together. Real results. So outcome is similar to results, is a synonym. So what are the
Mhm.
real outcomes of a war? Would they be calculated by numbers? Okay, can they be calculated by numbers? Okay, with the wounds of a war, again, you are repeating same sounds. Would the wounds, okay? So, I don't know the idea for that. I don't really get. Could the wounds of wars be so deep that even time could not be reversed? Because you're talking about a present moment. So what are your question is in the present, right? So what are the real outcomes of a war? So could they be calculated by numbers? Maybe, right? Instead of would. Or can they be calculated by numbers? Okay.
Can be, acho que é melhor.
Yes. Can they be calculated by numbers? Um, Can the wounds of wars be so deep that even time cannot be reversed? Or try to use could or could instead of would so that you don't repeat the same sounds.
Okay.
Okay? Instead of would the wounds, so could the wounds of war be so deep? So it's missing a verb. Okay? So could the wounds of war be so deep that even time could not be reversed? That's a deep reflection question. This story is about two orphans at the end of World War II, where the hatred for Jews, even after the end of the war, remained in the hearts of others. One had a happy ending, found a family, and went in search of a dream. And the other, had he already left the orphanage? Mm. Or was it just a lie? I wrote this story to be very sad. So a verb
It
needs a
it is.
subject, yeah. But
It
it is
is.
hard to explain the details. But it's hard to explain the details. Okay, interesting. Yes, it's really deep. It's profound. So here, pay attention. Let's try to find a verb agreement. Okay, here. Um, you're talking about the story, saying that it's about two orphans at the end of World War II, where with hatred for Jews, even after the end of the war, remained in the hearts of others. So then you put the situation in the past. One had a
Mhm.
happy ending, simple past. Found a family, simple past. Went in search of a dream, simple past.
Sim.
And the other, had he already left the orphanage? So Why are you using this question here in the past perfect? There is a kind of, yeah, there is a disagreement here because
Mhm.
all you see, all the paragraph is in the simple past, and here you go to past perfect. Why? Here you could use has he already left the orphanage. You could use the present perfect. Present
Mm,
perfect, okay, because you were talking about a past that you don't know. You don't know if it's over. So you could say, oh, and the other, has he already left the orphanage?
hum, entendi.
Could be. You don't know if he's still there. Okay,
É
so
melhor.
has
Has
he,
you.
has he, has he already left the orphanage? Because the other one, yes, the other one did. The other one left. The other one had a happy ending, found a family, went in search of a dream. And the other, has he already left the orphanage? Or was it just a lie? Now it's
Sim.
okay. All right. So the
Uhum.
best option here is the present perfect because it's a past that is unknown. It's something that we don't know if it happened or not. So then we use the present perfect. Okay. And then I like the reticences here. So make sure you put only 3 dots to make a reticence. And then you put, I wrote this story to be very sad. So it is hard to explain the details. Very good. Excellent. Even with this comment, you make the reader anxious to read. I'm anxious. I really want to know what happened to the other. Has he left the orphanage? What happened? Excellent title, no name. I love it. Very good, Larissa. Great story. So, actually, oh, this is so cute. I don't have, yeah, I don't have the same free time to write or to think, but I have a dream to publish my stories. Oh, you should, Larissa. Oh, you should. You should keep writing. Really, okay? So, I think you should put, yeah, there is only a few things that you should pay attention more. Just
Uhum.
spelling, right? And some grammar, but everything else is okay. Everything else is wonderful. Your ideas are wonderful. You have great ideas. I love the stories you wrote here. I love your ideas. Um, I really like the things you said here about how you started writing, and I like the way you summarized your stories. And I really want you to, and I encourage you to put these stories in the computer, type your stories so you can present them to a publisher. Because for sure, you will be able to publish them because they are amazing. Really,
One
that's
day.
really, yeah, of course. Don't leave them just handwritten. You can publish them. I'm quite sure you can. Okay, Larissa, you are
Ok.
amazing. You are amazing. Okay, so it was really good, Larissa. I loved it. Let me just take a picture here just for us to record your attendance. Let me take this picture here. Oh, too bad Mateus didn't make it. And Bruna. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Thank you, Larissinha. So,
Teacher, como é que eu vou fazer em relação ao teste que eu
yes,
faltei?
you get in touch with me and then we can schedule a time so you can take your test, or you can talk to the people at the course because the only day they schedule tests are
É sexta.
Fridays. Yeah, you know, the only day is Friday, so it has to be Friday, and I can only do that Friday afternoons, because that's the day I'm available and I teach Friday afternoons. So I
Mm.
think it's I will talk to them and see if it's possible for you to do on a different day, because I know you work.
Mhm.
So you don't have any other time, okay? So send me a message and then we can see if you can do on a different day, or
Okay.
maybe on Tuesday class time, because next week we don't have classes, because our class officially finishes today. So
Mhm.
our course finishes today. I mean, this book finishes today. So I will ask the supervisor there, the coordinator, to see if we can have one more day for you to do your test. So maybe you can do your test on Tuesday, but you have to see if you can do it on Tuesday, okay?
Eu vou saber só domingo, porque eu devo trabalhar domingo, ela vai liberar
Uh-huh.
as folgas. Eu vou ver se ela me dá a folga
Okay.
terça-feira.
Yes. Yes, send me a message. Send me a message and tell me when your day off will be next week, so we can plan the best day for you to do your test. Okay,
Ok,
Laricinha? Thank you
ok.
so much and congratulations, all right? Keep doing it. Keep doing, keep writing. You're very good. Okay?
Thank you.
I
Bye,
loved
teacher.
it. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.